Back here at All Abilities live from the Army Bowl All-American Combine here. Flag football is on the agenda, will be for the entire day. We are here with Coach Mickey McDermott, head coach of Ridgewood High School, back-to-back state champions. Coach, you're pioneering with the coaching now on the not only the boys side, but now on the girls side with flag football. I see a lot of talent here from Ridgewood. Talk about getting involved in growing this side of the sport.
Yeah, it's just a tremendous opportunity for these girls to be able to come out and do this All-American Combine. For years, I remember growing up watching the U.S. Army All-American. It was just all about the boys, and now we're starting transition to seeing the girls involved doing these combines. So this sport is growing at an incredible rate, and we're excited about it.
Lexi?
I just want to thank you, first off. It takes a big ability to take time away from football season. We're in August.
Yep.
It's coming. I'm sure you have busy days with that. But giving these women, the young ladies, the opportunity to show what they have, whether they make it or not, it's a bigger opportunity than I would have had 10 years ago. So
right.
I want to thank you for that. But my big thing is when they step out on here, the people that the girls that you know from Ridgewood, what are you telling them to mentally prepare for to get them to perform at their best of the ability that that you can, so you're not biased, and that you're just, what is your suggestion to them?
Yeah, my big thing is just be yourself. Don't try to change up who you are for a certain type of event. They kind of know our training styles and how we work, so it's stuff that they've done before. Football's football, and a lot of the drills are interchangeable, stuff they've been doing. So, don't press too hard. Have fun. Enjoy the process. This is a great opportunity, and we always talk about, it's not just about ourselves, it's about growing the sport. So a lot of these girls that the Ridgewood girls are competing with have played in the All-Star game with some of the other girls that are here, so they're already building those friendships, and just enjoy the process, enjoy the opportunity, like you said, that wasn't able or afforded to people 2-3 years ago. So this is changing, and just make the best of it, and you'll probably remember this for the rest of your life.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's, you always think that there's never pioneers in anything. So to see another group of women that are going to be pioneers in something, I think is always something so special. And then to have a major U.S. Army to sponsor that and have that, I think is awesome. When you're watching these young ladies do these movements, how are you comparing this to the on-the-field activities? We are on turf. Do you guys play on turf a lot? Do you play on grass a lot? Do you see that change from in here to outside a lot?
Yeah, I would probably say all the games and practices that we've ever had at Ridgewood have been on turf fields. So they're mostly used to that, those movements and what it feels like on turf, the change in direction and acceleration stuff. So I would probably say most of the girls, too. We're blessed in New Jersey to have all the turf fields, probably because of all the cold weather and the snow and everything. So that doesn't change too much for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm from Hopatcong, New Jersey, so we're rocking with the mud up there. So I would love to see this sport out there. Definitely different challenge. But, Coach, you talk about with the pioneers. I believe it was the great Tony Soprano who said that he felt like the beginning already started, the best has already went, but here we are at the forefront, literally the edge of something brand new. And for young ladies that want to get involved in the sport, what is the number one thing that they can focus to impact their game to get started?
I would just finding a local club or youth affiliation just to join, just to kind of get their feet wet and just realize. So in Ridgewood, I know we just started a female-only flag football. So we always had co-ed in our town, and the feedback that we got were the girls loved it, just the boys were too rough. So if you think about third grade girls, fourth grade girls, the boys are going too hard. They're like, we love it, but the parents are like, the girls are like, so we're like, hey, why don't we just start our own? We had over 200. We had to start turning girls away. So we just did that in the spring. So we had 200 girls from Ridgewood come out in a female-only flag football league. So if you could get your daughter into one of those leagues just to kind of get their participation and awareness of the game around it, and I truly believe they just naturally fall in love with it. They see how much fun it is. It's not like the hard tackling of the regular football, which is nice, and they could show their skills off. So number one thing, get your foot in the door, experience it, and then you'll fall in love with it.
And speaking of falling in love with it, of course, this is really 7-on-7, right?
Yeah.
With the flag football, this is where you see the skill positions with it. This is what everybody normally loves, the wide receivers, quarterbacks, the DBs, all the flashiness of football with it. What goes into just focusing on that? Of course, you don't have the big nasties up front in the game. How does that change the coaching style and the play style?
Yeah, definitely transitioning from like boys football to this was definitely after my first year was definitely a change. A lot of times now the center is eligible. And in our offense that I run, the center is a very big part of our thing. Our quarterback, Katie Bisgrove, who was an All-American last year, 3-year starter, we gave her the freedom to do a lot. Like, hey, it was basically I ran it. I was in college for 3 years. Hey, you get a blitz, you're throwing this ball hot to the center, going left, and she was just able to do it. So the complexities that we were able to do was almost like a college team. Like, hey, you're getting the blitz from here. We had our girls route read it. If it was middle open, middle close, you would bend it to the middle or just keep it up the seam. So, like, our strategies and everything is just the same as the boys. I don't coach it any different. I don't care if you're a boy, girl. Girls could actually learn a lot better than the boys, just being honest. You just tell them to do it once, you're like, okay, wow, they really grasped that concept. So that's just how I approach it, how we go into it, and then make the best of it.
I think I'm super excited to see all this talent, and I could always say thank you, and I would never say thank you enough. I'm really excited to watch all these, and I'm excited to see you talk and mentor that, and just keep going.
Yeah. Coach, talk to me. Who do you have your eye on for today? Anybody standing out? I know a lot of Ridgewood talent out there. I know you're familiar with some names. Give us some names to look out for.
Yeah, one name is definitely Charlotte Soto.
Okay.
I know she plays on the SIG Giants. She's a junior. She's a 26, I believe. She's a very good athlete. I saw a bunch of film on her. Very shifty, very good at flag of 1-inch drills, so it's very hard to get her flag. Another one is a Rebecca from Harrison. She's a very good, quick rusher off the ball. I would say probably one of the top rushers in North Jersey. I know when we played her, the girls came out, and she was definitely the toughest defender that we had to face all year. So those are some 2 top names that I would definitely look forward to seeing out here and performing.
Well, Coach, we thank you very much for joining us. Thanks for taking the time, and thank you for your dedication to the sport. Coach McDermott with Ridgewood High School here on All Abilities Lives, and we'll be heading back to the Combine.